Number 1 business and self-development podcast, Connected Minds Podcast.
You had a vision that you want to bring emotional wellness to this world. What's the backstory?
The backstory is that I had come to terms with my own suffering. I mean, you can experience pain and not suffering, but I was experiencing a lot of suffering in my pain because I did not accept much of what had happened to me. And I believe that through connecting to my own suffering, I became tapped and tuned into other people's suffering and pain. And I actually had a vision in 2014 when I came to total understanding of what happened to me and what I was recovering. And in the vision, I was like walking away and there was an explosion behind me. This is like a real, because, I have dreams. And this voice that I believe was the voice of God came to me and said, you can't walk away without saving some of the people who are burning. And I woke up and I watched this movie, A New Earth, with Will Smith and his son. And I don't know if you're familiar with the movie. Well, you should watch it. And there was a monologue scene in the movie where there was a monster. Will Smith wasn't with his son, and the son was afraid of this monster, but the son had like an earpiece, and Will Smith was able to speak into the earpiece. And he said, the monster cannot see you. The monster was blind. He said, but he can smell your fear. So you have to navigate yourself without fear because it's all an illusion. He doesn't know where you are. He cannot see you. There's no reason to be afraid. And when he realized that it was fear that was holding him back, that's when he conquered the monster. And I woke up, I saw the movie, and I just went online and I registered my business. Because I realized that because of what happened to me, and we'll get into that, I was afraid. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of getting it wrong. Because what I was taught that failure meant, I realized that I internalized that it meant that I was a bad person, that you can't make a mistake or you can't fall apart or you can't get it wrong. But that's what you need to create something, because that's how you learn something new, is you stumble and you fall and you say, oh my God, right? And so when I realized that it was fear that was holding me back, and it was fear that was induced by my own trauma and my own suffering and what I believed to be true, the false narratives, I went online and I said, I'm going to call this Movements for Change. I said, the only thing that brings forth change, true transformation, is movement. Movement of the mind, because everything starts with a thought that then changes how you feel, and then it changes how you act. Everything is thought. It happens twice, in the mind and then in real life. And that was the backstory.